lungs. And I was like, clutch my pearls. Tap, tap, tap. Is this thing on? Tap, tap, tap. Girl, what are you waiting on? Follow me on Instagram, like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell notification. Sha'Carri girl, we were all rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. I want y'all to hear and see Tyra when I say that. I really wanted to see her race. Okay, let me get my life together. So I saw this thing earlier that was like, Sha'Carri beat all of those girls even with marijuana in her lungs. And I was like, clutch my pearls. Tap, tap, tap. Is this thing on? Tap, tap, tap. Like, what? So then I get the Googling and I just Google her name and then boom, the articles come up. Sha'Carri went on the Today Show and stated that she used marijuana while she was in Oregon days before the Olympic trials because she found out via a reporter coming up to her and saying, how do you feel about the passing of your biological mother? Girl, that's rough because I don't know what her house, her, home situation was like as a kid, but if somebody refers to someone as your biological mother, then you can assume that your biological mother wasn't in your life because you don't just go around saying my bio mom, Amy. Like, no, my mom's name is Amy. It's my mama, okay? So I'm assuming that she didn't grow up with her, and I know that her grandmother was at the trials and she kissed her grandma, etc. So maybe her grandmother raised her. So yeah, finding that out before the race is very difficult. Girl, is y'all gonna be mad at me? I don't know, y'all might be mad at me. This is what I got to say. Just because something is understandable doesn't mean that it is justifiable. Say that one more time. Just because something is understandable does not mean that it's justifiable, okay? I understand why Sha'Carri resorted to something that could provide her with a quick fix or that could alleviate her emotional state, get her out of the emotional discomfort that she was experiencing, but it's not justifiable because DIMS is the rules. The rules say you are an Olympian representing the entire country in your specific events. So you are not allowed to do this. And she knew that because when you are an Olympian, your body is your source of revenue. Your body, you more than likely see your body as a temple. Like the way that you treat your body is usually a little bit better than the average person, right? They don't become the best of the best by doing what average people do. Okay? Did y'all hear that? Is this thing on? So it's surprising that it's surprising that considering the timing, she still chose, because it was a choice, to use marijuana at that time. I'm gonna tell y'all what my friend told me about her sister told her, and then my friend told me, and it has stuck with me. So people are saying like, oh, y'all should just let Sha'Carri race. Like, oh my gosh, marijuana needs to be legal federally. It's legal in some states. It was legal in Oregon. Okay. This is what my friend told me that her sister said. You don't get to walk up on them people's job and tell them people how to run their company. You don't run the company. You don't run the organization that develops the rules for the Olympics. So you need to abide by those rules. I'm sorry. Y'all probably want to burn me at the stake, but it is what it is, right? So you signed up for this. If you didn't want to abide by all of the rules, then you shouldn't have signed up for it. Now, that's just in general, okay? So think about it this way. Think about politicians, people in the military. Those are such admirable jobs, in my opinion, because your job is also your life. Them people got to pick up and move every 4 years. That ain't for me, boo. It ain't for me. So it's admirable that someone would put their life as second to their job. That is why I admire Joe Biden so much, because when his first wife and child died in that car accident, that man got sworn in from the hospital next to his kid's bed. The way my grief would have been set up, if my spouse and my kid died, wouldn't have been no from the bedside. Okay? So when you hold those type of positions that represent your entire country, city, county, state, whatever, the levels that people are going to hold you to is going to be like out of this world. And yes, it's going to be very, very, very difficult to live up to. It's going to be so incredibly difficult. And that's why everybody can't do it. Now, what I am happy about is the fact that she learned this lesson at 21. I'm hoping she learned the lesson. I'm hoping that she learns the lesson, whatever that lesson might be for her, because it might be something that we as the people don't agree with. Who knows? Whatever. The other thing that I want to say is that Black people, we gotta hold people accountable, okay? I'm gonna go back to what my husband tells me when we argue. He says that I will hold him accountable for something that I don't do myself. So he says that like the goalposts will get moved. And I want us to have that mindset when it comes to Sha'Carri as well. So we're saying that the organization should continue to just let her run. But if that was a white girl who came in second to Sha'Carri, but we really wanted Sha'Carri to win, but this white girl tested positive for marijuana, will we be saying the same thing? Or will we be like, oh, well, we really like Sha'Carri anyway, so yes, go queen. Y'all might say no. Y'all might say that, you know, the white girl needs to still run or whatever. But look at how Black people responded to O.J. Simpson when he killed his wife. Everybody was so happy that he got off, although in quiet, in the secrecy of their own homes, they was like, he did that shit. You have to hold people accountable. Again, I understand why she was looking for a quick fix, because that is difficult to undergo, not only the stress of the Olympics, but to find out this heavy news while you're that young. But it doesn't justify her actions, considering her role, okay? Another thing that I want to discuss is that I saw a vlogger repost a tweet that I guess is now being circulated from Sha'Carri. And Sha'Carri posted on Twitter in March, if you support Lil Nas X, then just unfollow me. I'll insert the tweet here so that y'all can see it verbatim. And I was like, why are you reposting that? And the vlogger called Sha'Carri a lesbian. So I'm not sure if she is part of the LGBTQ group or not, how she identifies sexually or emotionally. But the vlogger was like, yeah, it be your own people or whatever. Basically, like, it felt as if it was a that's what she gets. And it's very unfortunate that when someone does something when they are well known, it gets blown up. Because the daggone tweet was from March. So she probably posted that she doesn't support Lil Nas X because of those blood shoe things that was going on around that time, not because of everything that he's being talked about for now, as far as kissing the dudes on the BET Awards. So we need to stop with this narrative of like tearing people down when they already feel low. So now that I think about it, it's like, dang, now this girl got another blow to deal with because people are calling her stupid, blah, blah, blah. She shouldn't have done that. She should have known better. She's 21. We're looking at this from the eyes of being 30-something, from not experiencing her level of success. Like, we can't judge it. We can't say what the girl should have done. All I know is that that's rough. That's rough to deal with. And I understand why she did what she did. Because I know that when people reach outside of themselves via some type of mood altering substance, such as alcohol or other drugs, that they are looking for something to minimize the pain that they are experiencing. And you can't fault people for wanting something quick and easy to manage their emotions when our whole American life is built on quick and easy. We all did that when the pandemic hit, right? The sales for alcohol skyrocketed during the pandemic because everyone wanted a quick and easy fix for their boredom and their anxiety because they were stuck at home. Amazon sales probably went through the roof as well. Everybody was ordering up everything. I know I was driving, I was looking out the window like, oh, who got Amazon? Is that me? Because we were looking for something to fill the pain, to fill the void. That's what Sha'Carri was doing. I don't know, y'all. What I do know is that if she were allowed to run, now I know that I saw something about like she's been suspended for a month. But what I do know is that if she is allowed to run, white people are going to be in an uproar. Y'all already know that we got to work 10 times harder to get half the respect, right? So if she's allowed to run, then white people are going to be like, see, affirmative action, see, she not even deserving, affirmative action. So Sha'Carri might just got to take this one for the team, because white people are just going to have something else to say. Girl, I will be praying for you, for your ability to not just survive this situation that you're going through, but to be able to make peace with it, to be able to gather some understanding of it, and for this to eventually be something that you were able to triumph from. I know that I have made some poor decisions in my life in my 20s, and it would really suck if those same decisions that I made in my 20s continue to affect me into my 30s and for the rest of my life. And I am choosing my words wisely by saying decisions, because it was not a mistake that she smoked marijuana or did an edible or used an edible, whatever it was, because you don't accidentally smoke unless somebody handed you like DMX, weed with crack, and he accidentally smoked crack, right? She made a choice to use on that day, and it was a poor choice that is now affecting her. All I gotta say is, girl, we was all rooting for you. I really hope that this doesn't affect any endorsements that she has. So we'll see. But as someone who supports the legalization of marijuana and other substances, it's effed up, because we know that the fact that substances are illegal is all based in racism. Shout out to Harry Anslinger making that possible. So that's all I got, girl. And I'm gonna talk to y'all later. If y'all fry me up for just telling the truth, then I don't know. I'm gonna catch y'all next time. Bye.